No gold is not in her. She's a dime.
So today we're off to the flea market. It's a little chilly today, but still going to be a nice day out there. Usually we go to a certain flea market that opens up middle of April, and you're standing sometimes in the middle of snow showers as you're sitting there finding stuff. This year, because of everything going on, none of the flea markets are even opening up until today. Today, the first day. I have no idea what the turnout's going to be. I have no idea how many vendors are going to be. I have no idea about anything. But we're going to give it a try, and we'll let you know how it all goes. Let's go. Alright, so we're about half a mile from the flea market. Now the situation is, in the best of times, this flea market gets a pretty good turnout, but there's really only one dealer I ever buy from over here. Occasionally I might buy a second item, third item, but usually not a lot, just one dealer that I look for here. But with the other main flea market in the Rochester area being shut down for the entire year, I'm certain that a lot of those regulars are going to set up here. So should be a decent number of vendors, and we'll show you as we're pulling in how many people are there and how many people are walking around. This is one of those flea markets that it tends to be a fairly early flea market. Around 10:30, 11 o'clock, people are already shutting down. Right now it's 8:30 in the morning, so there should be almost hitting main time right now. Fair number of cars driving down the road leaving, which means they've already hit it and left. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. I don't know if they hit it, nobody was there and they left, or if they did the regular shopping. So we're going to check and see over here how many people there are. Yep, more people leaving. Parking lot looks fairly filled. Looks like a pretty good turnout. They're parking along the street, so that's kind of surprising. There's actually more people. I think a lot of people are pent up. I got a guy wearing a mask. I think a lot of pent up demand for these. And yeah, it is filled as far as people buying goes. Going to be kind of interesting too to see, A, how many people are wearing masks, and B, how many people are pulling through stuff. Going to be kind of different as far as that goes. But we have a normal crowd that we have in the middle of summertime. It is a beautiful day, but this is a normal sized crowd, and I see a fair number of vendors as well. So we will find ourselves a parking spot, take a quick picture of the crowd, and then we'll check back with you afterwards. Yeah, there's some vendors here.
Oh my god.
Alright, so there were about 40% of the dealers as usual. A lot of people, most people wearing masks. Did pretty well. Picked up some really good stuff. The dealer that I usually deal with was not here, unfortunately, but I was still able to find some other good stuff, and most importantly, got the buy of the day, not a doubt whatsoever. Stupid hot jerky. But when we get home, I'll take a quick run through the stuff and show you some of the treasures that we got here. Like I said, about 40% of the dealers, a lot of customers here, so overall, a good day. We're gonna make some good money. So here's the treasures we got. I'm gonna run through them real quick. We ended up spending $65, something rather like that. Did pretty well. Got some records, which again, I don't know, but as I did in the other video, got lots of record supplies, lots of record boxes, so we're gonna take a chance. I know that's an Apple label. Got the Doors with Riders on the Storm, and there's a little date on here, 1971. Looks like it came from a jukebox. Take a chance on it, $1 a piece. You can't go wrong anyway. Got this over here, an old telephone directory. Believe it or not, people buy old telephone directories, and I paid $1 for it. So it's 1958 Ogden Telephone Spencerport. Little tip to you when you do it: list all of the various towns, Hilton, North Greece, etc., etc. Name all of the local towns, because people will buy it for genealogy reasons. So it's kind of a neat little telephone directory. These I paid a little more than I usually do. They were a couple of Craftsman's catalogs. The person wanted $5 each. I got them for $8 for the pair, which is more than I like to spend on them. That being said, they sell for about 20 bucks a piece pretty quickly. So, you know, pretty easy listing on them, and they will sell. So a little more than I like to invest, but still a good deal. Got these over here. Hopefully somebody out there needs poultry items. All poultry, 1920s and 1930s. Just book after book, catalogs, etc. May 1929. Nice little cover on that. Just item after item after item. Paid 50 bucks for the pile. Certainly do sell things like this all the time, and I've got other ones that are listed. So this will help spur sales. You know, baby chick guide from Schwegler's Hatchery in Buffalo. Poultry business, dollars and cents. I mean, just some beautiful, beautiful covers on these things. Look at the colors on that one. Just a beautiful, beautiful items. So those will definitely sell. And then picked up a couple of other things. These actually sell. They're Cat's Meow. This is the Jiva Theater, which is famous in Rochester. St. Luke's Episcopal Church. The backs tell what they are. They do sell. I've got some other ones up for sale as well, because I sell a lot of things in Rochester to Rochester people. Those should sell. And I picked up those two, plus these, all of this stuff over here for $3. And the guy just wanted it gone. Got some neat old stuff, some unused school paper or tablet, military map of the United States. Got a couple of other things over here that I'm not really sure what they are. Spring Day from Wellsville, a trophy catalog, entertainment festival, whatever that is, the 3rd annual Spring Day from Wellsville. Those things will sell, but these over here, these have to be cleaned up a little bit, and I may not be able to salvage all of them, but these were in there as well. So I ended up paying $3 for all of that little stuff right there. But these are some nice topography maps, obviously from a book or from something. And I saw a date on one of them, it was like 1920. So people do buy these, $10, $15 a piece, those that I can save. Just area after area, and people do like them. I guess they frame them up. But with this many of them in there, you can't possibly go wrong. And then I did pick up one other thing, which I do have to do some research on, but I think it's easily the neatest thing that was out there at the entire Flea. And that's this over here, Yugoslav football. It's got 1950 date in it. It's a soccer program from Yugoslavia in 1950. I've not done any research on it yet, but my suspicion is it's got to be very, very rare. One of those deals, when I finally get around to listing it, we'll probably put, I don't know, $100, $150 on it, something like that. And it's probably still a deal at that, because again, how many of these possibly could have survived? And the real question is, how exactly did it end up in upstate New York? Who even knows? But, you know, this kind of thing over here, you just see out there from time to time, and you just pick it up. You know, at $1, it's impossible to lose money on something rather like this, just as impossible. Just with the rarity of it. So for the first day there, first sale of the year, did well. Like I said, spent $65 or so. Gosh, got hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of stuff back. It was a nice day out. Nice to see a lot of the dealers that I've seen before. And if you see anything in here you happen to like, be sure to hit Papergoy's listings, because they won't be up for sale shortly. Thank you, and stay safe.